Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. Going to be here doing another garage review, this time of the Tier 6 Premium American Medium Tank, the Fury, which is in most respects just a special looking Easy 8. So as you can see, it's got the Lend-Lease Russian logs on either side. Anyone that's seen the movie Fury will know exactly what these Lend-Lease Russian logs are capable of. 88mm shells don't stand a chance of against these Russian logs. But anyway, so what's it like in World of Tanks Blitz? Well, first up, on PC you can actually equip camouflage on it. However, this tank comes with its own unique camouflage, and I'm not talking about the special bits and pieces on the side, such as the logs, the helmet, the wheel, the spare road wheel on the front, you know, various things like the baggage and things. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these lines. This is the special camo that you get, because normally on PC you can go ahead and equip any camouflage that you want on your Easy 8 or your Fury. But on World of Tanks Blitz, as you can see, it's blanked out, the same as you would see on, for example, the T-34 Independence. As you can see, I cannot choose to equip a camo on that, and it's the same with the Fury. You cannot equip a camo on the Fury. It comes with its own unique camo, which is a nice touch. So yeah, you don't have to worry about replenishing camouflage because there is no camo to replenish. And it's just an all-round nice looking tank with the Fury written on the barrel and things. I have quite a few tanks that have actually got things written on the barrels, so that's quite cool. But anyway, so let's have a look at the characteristics here. 27% protection, 56% firepower, 65% shot effectiveness, and 54% maneuverability. So it's an all-round alright medium tank. It's got 680 HP, which compared to the Panzer IV Schmolterm, it's not that much, but it is slightly more, 30 HP more, almost 1000 HP, which is quite nice. But the armour is not that great. 63 at the front, 38 sides and rear at the turret as well, not that great. 76 at the front, 51 at the sides and rear. So yeah, it's your standard Sherman tank. It doesn't have great armour. It is sloped at the front, and it is flat at the sides to do some side scraping. But generally, the gun mantle is going to be the strongest part of the front of the tank. The rest of it is all weak spot. I mean, the sides, 38, things will penetrate all the way through there. This is certainly not a brawling tank like the Sherman Jumbo, to name one. But it does have certain other properties to it. So yeah, that's all pretty crap. It does have a 34.70 weight, so it weighs 34.70 tons with a 520 horsepower engine, which means that it goes at 42 kilometers per hour, which is not that fast, but then again, it's not the slowest thing at tier 6 mediums. So I mean, it's got decent all-round mobility. It's got pretty quick turning turret, 40 degrees per second, very good hull traverse of 46.46. It gets a Ford GAA engine, 520 horsepower, 20% chance of front impact. There's the turret, 245 meters view range, which is there, on the M4A3E8 Fury turret. There's the suspension of it. It has a 38 ton load limit, so that's all very nice. But now we come to the gun. Now your gun is your standard 76mm Sherman gun, with a 12.43 rate of fire rounds per minute, which compared to other guns, I mean, here's the Panzer IV Schmolterm's gun, which has got a 13.68 rate of fire rounds per minute, so it fires quicker than the average gun. For example, we've got the Panzer IV Hydro here, has got a rate of fire of 8.84 rounds per minute. The Easy 4 Sherman has got a rate of fire of 9.74. So having a 12.68 2.43 rate of fire rounds per minute. It means that it can quickly tear apart things because it fires quicker than the average gun. It will win in a one-on-one damage trade. It won't win by a lot, but it will win by some. The average penetration is not that great, 128, 177 with APCR. So yeah, it doesn't have great penetration, but it's alright penetration. 160 average damage is sort of fairly standard. 0.37 dispersion is not that great, but then again, it's not the most inaccurate thing. 4.4 second aim time, which is alright, that's a fairly decent aim time. And yeah, it's just the penetration is not quite up to scratch. For example, the Panzer IVS has got almost 25 more. It's got a 150 average penetration, and this is a good gun on it. So I mean, the gun's alright, but it does leave some things to be desired. But it's an all-round sort of solid American M1A1 gun. And that's it for the basic stats. As for the equipment fit, I've gone with a gun rammer and a tool and a improved vents, obviously. Vertical stabilizer, not a bad idea. 20% accuracy whilst on the move and rotating the turret for sort of dogfighting, which this tank will do fairly well in. So I mean, you can fit a vertical stabilizer if you want. Enhanced gun lane drive isn't really needed, so I would say hold off on that. Enhanced springs, if you want them, go ahead and fit them. 30% suspension durability, it's up to you. Tanks filled with CO2 and wet ammo rack for plus 50% to fuel tank and ammo rack durability, respectively. Or yeah. Camo net binos, no, not really. You're a medium tank. You're supposed to be doing the flanking, the brawling, the dogfighting with other mediums, sort of thing. So you don't really want to be sitting still. So no to those two. Coated optics, no, you don't. Well, what am I saying? If you really want to increase your view range, go ahead and put coated optics on. Coated optics is just a nice thing to bung on if you have a spare slot and you want to fill it with something. So, I mean, coated optics is always nice. Spore liner, no, not really. Nothing much is using high explosive. Although some medium tanks do mount the high explosive guns. For example, the Panzer IV, the Jumbo, various other things do mount 105 howitzers. But I mean, most part, I would say no, not really for the armor protection from ramming and explosions, so I'd say nah, not really going to ramming much things anyway. And a toolbox is always useful for that plus 25% repair speed. As for the ammo, 71 rounds of ammunition is always nice, so yeah, you got a fair amount of ammunition supply. As for the provisions, you've got standard fuel or improved fuel for plus 3 or 10% respectively to engine power and turret reverse. Then you've got a can of cola or a case of cola for plus 3 or 10% respectively to crew mastery skills. Then you've got your protective kit, 15% protection of crew from injuries, 10% speed of module repair, 20% fire protection, 10% ammo and fuel tank durability. And all of these are activated automatically permanent throughout a battle, so go ahead and stick some of them on if you want. I tend not to, but it's up to you. And now for the consumables, I've gone with the standard repair kit, first aid kit, fire extinguisher. But then there are also these other Blitz unique consumables, such as engine power boost, 20% to engine power for 15 seconds with a 75-second cooldown. All of these have got 90-second cooldowns, these three and that one. For multiple uses per battle, which is cool. Then you've got adrenaline, 20% to load speed, 10% chance of damaging enemy vehicle modules for 15 seconds with a 75-second cooldown, multiple uses per battle. And then you've also got the multi-purpose restoration pack, which is these three rolled into one. And anyone that's watched any of my other Blitz reviews will know what I'm about to say, but if not, you may be wondering why I don't go with this and this with one of these. And the answer to that is that, say you have got these two equipped with one of these and you get stopped in the open, you get detracked, people are aiming on you, you have to get out of there, so you use your multi-purpose restoration pack to repair your track. You know I've got a 90-second cooldown. 10 seconds later, say, you get hit and set on fire. What do? You can't put it out because you've used your multi-purpose restoration pack, and neither of these two things will help you. so your stuck going to burn, which is why I prefer to go with these 3 and sacrifice these 2, which I probably wouldn't use much anyway. But personal preference is up to you. As for crew skills, can't say much about it. Blitz has got a different crew skill system, so I can't tell you what crew skills to train for this tank, because any medium tank will train the same skill, just as long as they're a medium tank. As you can see, medium tanks, I'm training smooth ride right now, but I mean, I could be training that, and all of my medium tanks would do that. So overall, the Fury is a sort of mid-range Easy 8. It's not as bad as a stock Easy 8, but then again, not as good as an upgraded Easy 8. But for a medium tank, it's a pretty decent medium tank. It can brawl, it can flank, it can sort of circle slower heavies, pin them into a corner. It's got a pretty rapid from the potential. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a bit odd. But anyway. So yeah, it's got a pretty rapid fire gun. It's an all-round American medium tank, so I mean, it's alright. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.